Hello and welcome to a very special pop-up snowy sketchbook club. So for this module you're going to need 3 A4 sheets of heavyweight paper or thin card. Of course you'll need 4 sheets if you're not doing this in your sketchbook. You'll also need a pencil, a set of watercolours, paint brushes size 1 and 6, some coloured pencils, a black fine liner and some white gouache paint. You'll also need some double-sided sticky tape and a pair of scissors to assemble your pop. Now I'm really sorry, but there's an awful lot to print out for this one. So first of all, print out the 3 transfer sheets and 2 reference sheets. The skier sheet is also your ski transfer. Next, as per the instructions, begin to transfer your 3 pop-up layers. You might like to just transfer the outline shapes and draw in the mountains and houses freehand by looking at your reference, or just transfer them as they are. It's entirely up to you. Now you can start to add colour. Begin with a wash of watercolours. Leave any snowy patches white and don't worry too much as this is just a base layer of colour. Work in sections, leaving one sheet to dry whilst working on another. For the houses, you might like to paint the windows yellow so you can draw in the windows later. For the mountains, make the area as wet as possible and using your size 6 brush, paint very pale blues and greys, getting darker in the areas behind the mountains. Now it's time to add coloured pencil detail. I used a pale blue to add shading around the snow and lots of bright colours to add definition to the houses and window frames. Little strokes of dark green pencil to the fir trees looks really effective. Finally, I used a black fine liner in the window panes. It's really fun to do and it looks so gorgeous against the yellow watercolour base. I used a pale blue and dark blue pencil to add shading around the snowy mountains. Now you can add your skiers by transferring them from the reference sheet. You can reuse them up to 3 times, so dot them around wherever you like. It might be easier to add colour with a size 1 paintbrush, but feel free just to work in coloured pencils. I used a black fine liner for the skiers' sticks and added ski tracks using a pale blue paint and a size 1 brush. Look at the reference for the trees. I used a dark green coloured pencil and dotted them all around the mountains. Next, mix a nice thick dollop of white gouache paint and start to add snow on each of your pages. Now you need to add a strip of double-sided tape to each tab on the same side as your artwork and cut each piece out. Don't worry too much about being precise. Any white areas showing around the edges will just look like snow. When they're all cut out, bend each piece in half along the dotted lines and fold back each tab. So your 3 pieces should look like this from the front and they should look like this from the back. Now you're ready to assemble your pop-up. So this bit is the tricky bit and I'm going to talk you through it as I go. So the first thing to do is to take your back panel. Your card will be folded in half, or you might be doing this in your sketchbook. And you're going to hold your piece with the artwork on the front, folded in half, and you're going to position it so that this corner touches the end of the page and this corner touches the middle fold, just like that. So if you're happy with that position, then you can peel off the tape on this panel here. Easier said than done. Secure it firmly so you'll have one piece sticking down. Now your instinct is to just stick the other piece down, but actually if you do that the chances are it won't close properly. So we're going to just forget about that for a minute and move straight on. So if you sort of push that out of the way, to the middle panel. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to close it and you're going to position it so the corner touches the corner, if that makes sense. So the middle of the page touches the corner and the middle of this middle panel. And when you're happy with your position, that's about right. It's important that the corner is right in, so touching, otherwise you'll get a gap and it won't close properly. And so when you're happy with that position, so if you make it about the same angle as the one behind it. Then you can stick it down. So peel off the tape and again, smooth it down. Now you're going to do the same thing. Just sort of forget about it, push it away, and then use your front panel. So your houses, we're going to do the same thing. Fold it in half and position it so it's roughly the same angle as the one behind. And again, important that this touches this middle section here. So once you're happy with that, you're then going to peel off that tape again. It's tricky to get that off, but once you have, then you're going to secure it. So now you've got all 4 pieces, but they're sort of flopping around. Now this is the real trick to get it to work. What you're going to do is you're going to take all of these sections and fold them tucked into one another so it looks like this. Now you're going to peel off each section, 1, 2, 3, and close. So either close your sketchbook or your card, rubbing firmly over the back, and then everything will pop up beautifully. And you know that it's going to close again because you have made sure that it sticks down when it's closed. That's the magic trick. Now you've got your beautiful pop-up, you might like to add some little paths and footprints using watered down watercolours. I painted in some little snowmen too, and I used a black fine liner for the arms and some orange paint for the little nose. Finally, for the front of the card, if you're not doing this in your sketchbooks, I transferred a few skiers, keeping it really simple, and I painted in some snowy tracks. And there you have it. Isn't it magnificent? It's such a lovely project to do. It makes a really special card or a real showstopper sketchbook spread. I really hope you love this one as much as we all did. I can't wait to see yours, so please do share your creations. Use the hashtag Sketchbook Club Pop-Up Ski so we can all see them and I can share my favourites on Instagram. Have fun, enjoy the snow, and see you at the next Sketchbook Club.